There's a virus in the system, invisible and small. It spreads through fiber optic cables, waiting for the fall. One line of code, one moment, that's all it takes to break the power grid that holds us up, the world that we create. I read about a future in a book called Blackout, where the lights go dark and chaos fills the street, where a hacker or a nation brought a country to its knees. And I thought it was fiction, just a story, nothing real. But now I'm not so sure about what's fantasy and what is real. Hospitals go dark, no power, people dying in the night. Trains collide on empty tracks, no signal, no light. Water treatment plants shut down, no clean water to drink. Supermarkets empty fast, society on the brink. One keystroke, one algorithm, one line of malicious code, and civilization crumbles like we're on a lonely road. Is it fiction? Is it real? How would we even know how the end could feel? Digital plague spreading through the wire, digital plague taking us higher into the chaos, into the dark. One virus, one moment, and we've lost the spark. Blackout, is it fiction or reality? Blackout, or is this our destiny? The power goes down and we don't know why. Digital plague, watch the world die. They say it can't happen, say we're protected and secure, but vulnerability lives in every line of code we write. And a single clever hacker could turn off all the lights. The military knows it, the government's aware. They've wargamed the scenarios, the data sitting there. A coordinated cyber strike from an enemy state could paralyze a nation in a matter of just days. Your phone won't charge, your car won't start, your credit cards are useless, your whole life falls apart. The banks are down, the stock exchange can't trade. A nation state attack or a hacker gone rogue. The Russians have attacked Ukraine's power grid and proven it's possible. China's probing every network, looking for weaknesses, and every day the threat grows more real. Mark Ellsberg wrote a warning in a book they call Blackout, showing us how fragile everything really is. We read it as fiction, we closed the book and moved on. But what if he was showing us our future, not our past? Wake up, wake up, the warning signs are clear. We've built a world of networks, but we've built it on a fault line. One earthquake and the whole thing could collapse and stop. The experts call it cascading failure, when one system brings the rest down. A domino effect of infrastructure that spreads across the land. And we're not prepared, we're not ready, we're not armed with knowledge of how fragile we really are. So what are we doing about it? Are we hardening the systems? Are we building in redundancy? Or are we just hoping that it doesn't happen to us? Digital plague spreading through the darkness, digital plague bringing us to our targets, into the chaos, into the end. One virus and we can't defend. Blackout, is it fiction or reality? Blackout, this could be our mortality. The power goes down and we don't come back. Digital plague, we're under attack.
Mark Ellsberg wrote a novel called Blackout, where he imagined what would happen if the power grid went down. Not just the lights, but everything that depends on electricity, the water, the hospitals, the food supply. And we said, what a terrible thought. But we read it as fiction. We closed the book and moved on.
But what if it's not fiction? What if it's a warning? The question isn't whether it's fiction or reality. The question is, what are we going to do about it? about it. Because every day the threat grows, every day the attacks become more sophisticated. Every day we become more dependent on systems that are fundamentally vulnerable. One good hit, one coordinated attack from a nation state with resources and intent, and the whole thing could come down, not in fiction, but in reality. Digital play, there's no stopping it now. Digital play, we've already allowed the vulnerability to grow, the dependence to spread. One virus and we could all be dead. Blackout, fiction or reality. Blackout, this is our reality. The power could go down any day. Digital plague, we're just one keystroke away. Is it coming? When? The author warned us, the experts tell us, the data shows us. The question is, will we listen? Will we act? Or will we wait until the digital plague becomes more than a story?